call up my colleague, Jyoti Dar, who will talk about the next session, the session on women and gender issues within fortification.
Good evening. My name is Jyoti Dar. I'm the gender specialist with the Mass Agribusiness and Services Department at IFC. And we've just concluded the session on advancing gender equity in nutrition strategies. We had our panelists were from the private sector, Childal Limited, which is an online platform for grocery delivery. We had Pran, a YFC partner in the supply, the value chain for 5 crops, tomato, cassava, turmeric, potato. And then we also associating with them on workforce assessments and gender smart interventions. We have Gain, who's our partner for the forum, who was also on the panel, represented by Munirul. Pran was represented by Shipra Das. And we had Chaldal Limited, represented by Ishrat Jahan. And we had the Renaissance Group, which is partnering with Gain, represented by Shaila. So it was a very fruitful discussion. We were discussing the importance of gender inclusion and nutrition and how that leads to women empowerment and better productivity and profitability. Our discussions ranged between Renaissance Group setting up the fair price shops, which distributed nutritious food at low prices for the women and men working in their factories. This is an initiative instituted by GAIN, and the 6 garment factories that Renaissance Group is running has these fair price shops where they provide protein and also other diversified food, nutritious food for the women. And Shaila explained to us how, and we've been talking about it throughout the session since the morning about the culture of food or the mindsets that need to be changed. Also, she spoke about the policies that were instituted by Renaissance in the sense of financial inclusion through life insurance and life insurance training for women employees, and also Chaldal Pran was also speaking about, Shipra was speaking to us about how gender equity is promoted in Pran through equal pay, through leadership development across all levels of employees, whether they are in the management or they are in the factory level, how through the institution of hub leaders and mentors in the farming communities, we have, a kind of equal representation and a championship of gender equity and support for women farmers. Chaldal also brought to light the fact that, so I asked her a question, I asked Ishrat the question that, there's a gender divide, gender digital divide, women don't have smartphones. What is the inclusion that you're seeing in your online platform? And she surprised us by saying that 60% of their customers are women. So that was interesting. And she said that, between nutritious food and, let's say, food, normal, if we can call it, food, price is a big factor. So that in a low income country, the toss up is usually between price of nutritious food and let's say food that is not fortified. Also, Munirul explained to us the different entry points and how we can scale up through public-private partnerships and involving and finding solutions at the levels of the government, whether it's labor law, whether it's the private sector, and agencies, international agencies, and we really, as Ernest just said, we have to kind of combine our forces to really make a difference and bring forward or move forward the message for nutrition, gender equity, and food fortification. Thank you.